has been taken in by police in connection with the murder of Sindiso Magaqa. The former ANC Youth League Secretary General died in hospital in September 2017, around about 2 months after he was shot in Mzimkhulu, south of Durban. Now, the first suspect was arrested almost a year after Magaqa's death. Let me bring in Ayanda Mhlongo in KwaZulu-Natal, who has some fresh reaction for us on the story. Ayanda, you told us that the suspects are not appearing today. They will be appearing tomorrow, but you've got some reaction.
Yeah, thanks very much, Blaine, and good morning once again to our viewers. Certainly, as you know, earlier on we did say that the 5 suspects, including the mayor of the Harigwala district, Mr. Mlele, who we now know as, of course, the ANC did name him in a statement that they sent out yesterday, will not be appearing in court today, but will rather than make his first appearance here at the Mzimkhulu Magistrates Court tomorrow morning, alongside the 4 other suspects, which include 2 senior members or officials rather of the Mzimkhulu municipality, as well as 2 police officers. Of course, Blaine, as we said, this case has attracted a great deal of attention, particularly from the members of the public. We did say earlier on that quite a big crowd of people had turned out here today, and I'm just again going to quickly ask my colleague Tulani, as you can see, to move, even though the police who are here did ask or inform the members of the community who had come out here today that the suspects are no longer appearing. They still not wanting to go from the court, saying that they're going to remain here until the end of the day and wanting to ensure that the suspects do not appear. All of them very eager to see these 5 suspects. So some of them saying they'll be back here again early tomorrow morning. But we also now have seen arrive is the leadership of the ANC here in KwaZulu-Natal. And I'm joined by Mr. Ricardo Mthembu, who's an ANC PEC member, but also he's deployed here to this region, the Harigwala region of the ANC. Mr. Mthembu, thanks very much for joining us. Just firstly, the reaction, a very short statement that was issued by the ANC yesterday by the Secretary, Mr. Ntumseni Ntuli, saying that this was a shock and a setback from the party. But you've had time now overnight to discuss this amongst yourselves. What is the reaction from the party?
Of course, I think as the Secretary of the Province, Ntumseni Ntuli, have mentioned, that we are shocked and we are saddened by the news. And of course, I think as the ANC, we are still going to meet today, this afternoon, and then of course discuss the matter so that we can then have a direction in terms of dealing with the matter. It's not a matter that is so easy to deal with, but I think our message is very clear that we are supporting the processes in terms of law taking its course, and of course we are going to take action after we have read the situation. And of course, they are, in terms of our constitution of the ANC, we are going to follow the constitution. We must emphasize that we are with the family of Magaqa, and we are supporting the family, but of course we are not going to jump on conclusions, but we are going to be supporting and taking action in everything that requires us to take action, particularly because some people who are involved, they are senior in the ANC, they are deployed in strategic positions, so therefore the ANC need to take a particular stance on it.
You've been here for a couple of minutes now. You've been hearing the mumblings from the community. They are angry. They are very disappointed. This is a senior leader that was deployed to this area. You know that there were concerns in the past. In fact, Mr. Mdobe was unable to even attend the funeral of Mr. Magaqa because of the unhappiness that was coming from the community. Surely now, as ANC leaders, these community members, and these are going to be your potential voters, not so long future, come May the 8th. What message now are you sending to them? They want to see action. Allowing the court to take its course is a line that the ANC has often used. Why aren't you now saying we are going to suspend our members?
Of course, I think it's possible. First of all, as I'm saying, that we don't act on emotions. First of all, I think we need to address to say They didn't arrest themselves. They were arrested through processes that are created by the ruling party, which is African National Congress. So as they are arrested because we have established through the president and the minister, we have established a team, which I think is working very well. Ours as an organization, of course, to pronounce ourselves, even yourselves, you cannot publish a news without having a valid information in terms of what you are going through. So the space that we are requiring as an organization, of course, is to sit down and say these allegations are serious, and of course this is how our member is implicated, and then this is a decision we are taking. Of course, definitely we are going to be taking a decision. There is no wish about it. The killing of Magaqa left us, or left all of us really saddened and very confused about what has happened. So we are going to be supporting anything that's got to do with the case, but of course we are going to be careful in terms of our pronouncements, because we want to ensure that we do not pronounce ourselves only to find that the information that we got is not authentic information. So we are behind this, and we are happy that the Minister Begicede, his team has worked tirelessly to ensure that we come to this stage.
Mr. Mthembu, we are now counting weeks to the elections, and again I ask, unhappy members, some of us were even telling us here now that this is the same ANC that wants us to vote for them when their members are implicated in such serious matters. This is not the only case. We know in eThekwini you've got another councillor as well. He's also a member of the ANC. You know in Pietermaritzburg you also have a councillor also being implicated in very serious cases of murder against your fellow members. So you're speaking about action now. We've seen nothing happened to the other TK Gambo, a suspect in Pietermaritzburg, as I've said, Mr. Nojieza, a suspect in the killing of Sibuma Phumulo.
Yeah, I think what we must clarify is that the ANC as an organization, we are not a court. If issues are in court, they must be left to court to attend. You cannot come to the ANC and say you are not doing anything, because for the fact that you know that they are suspect, it means that because the ANC government has acted on it. But the problem is, we as a leadership of the ANC, we cannot go to the magistrate in court and decide on cases. We allow the court to decide on cases. So I think people, where they have a confidence in the ANC, because we have acted. We didn't say because this is a member of the ANC, we then therefore must not be arrested. We have never interfered with anything. We said the court and the law must take its course as it is happening now. It's just that we are dealing with people who are emotional, which I understand. They want the ANC to say, now, these people are guilty. We cannot be upfront in terms of saying, no, these people are guilty. The court is the one that is going to tell us. Me and you were waiting for the court to tell us exactly.
Are you not concerned about the image of the party? As I said, you're going to the elections. I mean, aside from your card-carrying members of the ANC is supported by members who are not by the general public who vote for the ANC. What does this then say? What the image for the party? Are you not concerned about that?
No, we are concerned with the image of the party, but also what gives us hope is that all the processes were established by ourselves. There are people who are arrested. They are arrested because we engaged the president ourselves to say, President, we are concerned about the situation, particularly in Herigwala region. And then the president established a team which is led by the minister, Begicede. And that team is working. As we are here, it is a result of that team. So a person who will come and say the ANC is not, I think that will be a political statement. But because we are careful how we are treating the matter. You see, even the family of Magaqa, they are not over as yet with what happened to their son. So we don't want to act like people who do not sympathize with the situation. But I'm saying the mistake that people might do is to try and put the ANC in a corner of saying what ANC you do. Because the only thing the ANC can do is to put pressure on authorities and to do arrest, as arrests have been made hours now, because no one knew that there will be a senior member who is involved on this matter, whom is also a leader of the ANC. So therefore, ours is to ensure that this is a member implicated. What the constitution of the ANC says, we act accordingly, because all of us will learn about this thing over the weekend. So therefore, the ANC will take a decision.
Just speaking about, obviously, the court, Mr. Mthembu, and as I said, when Mr. Magaqa was buried, in fact, Mr. Ndobe was unable to even visit the family because he was chased away by angry members of the ANC, was unable to attend the funeral. The ANC has said in its previous press conferences that you were also going to investigate. You set up a team that was going to start to look internally. What information can you gather within the ANC, and are you going to be able to assist the police in this matter? It seems that the police, yes, ought to have been doing their work, but within the ANC now, these allegations that have been coming forth, being presented to you as the leaders by your own members, did you investigate any of it internally as a party?
We are doing a lot of work here in Herigwala. One member who is deployed here, of course, there were high divisions in the region, and of course counter accusation, others accusing others, and of course in that process of trying to bring stability in the organization, we're in the process. But what we will not do is to interfere with the police. Police must be allowed. They know, they have trained how to investigate as they have done. We are very confident with what the police have done. We are happy, but the issue is for us now to say, what do we do on people that are alleged to be involved? Because the case is still going to continue. It might not be 2 weeks, it might not be 3 weeks, but the ANC must take a stand, which I think the stand will be taken, and the ANC is going to call a media briefing where we are going to be telling the people of South Africa exactly what is it that we are going to be doing moving forward. But stands, we are taking a stance, and we are fully supporting the family and of course the community. We must say that to the community, the confidence must be in the ANC, because it's happening under the ANC. The arrest that we are seeing, it's under the ANC.
Just one last one before I let you go. Mr. Ndobe is also number 3 on your province-to-province list, high up as one of the members that will be deployed to the provincial legislature. When you speak about a way forward now and moving forward as the ANC, would it include whether or not he is then removed? We know Mr. Mabiyakulu is also facing corruption charges. He has requested that the party remove his name. If Mr. Ndobe does not make that request, is it something that you are then going to possibly do as a party?
Yes, the ANC does not leave it to its members. But for dignity purposes, of course, we ask a member to say voluntarily you withdraw. But if a member does not withdraw and the ANC feels that that person must be withdrawn, of course, we're not going to hesitate. It's going to be withdrawn.
Mr. Ricardo Mthembu, thank you so much for your time. ANC PEC member there, Mr. Ricardo Mthembu, of course, trying to address the situation. He's got a lot of angry people here, Blaine, who have come out here today and they were listening to him. But the ANC members who are out here today are very angry. They're saying that they have raised the issues within the party on corruption here in the municipality, but also on the runnings within the ANC itself and the issues that were taking place there. Really, really unhappy about the situation, and this is today it drawn so much public interest. Let me just quickly speak to another lady. She has been, as you can see her face, she's not happy at all. Sisangibonga nje kakhulu isikhathi sakho, siyanibona niphatheke kabi, nidiniwe ekade nisho nisitshela nithi niyafuna ukukhuluma, ayiniphathi kahle lesimo.
Kunjalo sisi, hayi siyacela ukuthi inkosi yami kwenzeke kufuneka kwenzeke la ehlaleni, asiphathekanga kahle ngempela kule nkantolo yethu yaseMzimkhulu ngemisebenzi emibi eyenzekalayo la kwamasipala waseMzimkhulu.
Kuthini kunina ngesikhathi nizwa ukuthi elinye ilunga le organization yenu liboshiwe kanye nezinye ikhulu zikamasipala namaphoyisa?
Okwethu ukuthi thina sithi siyabahlali bala eMzimkhulu, sicela ukuthi umthetho udlala indima yawo eziyonke lento yenzeka ngalendlela eyenzeka ngayo, kubhlungu kuthini, kodwa siyayicela inkantolo ukuthi ibe secaleni lethu. Siyacela lokho.
Ngakuyona iANC benikhala ukuthi ngaphakathi inhlangano ayizenzi kahle izinto, kade nanikhala niwaveza amagama abantu abathize enanithi nina njengomphakathi niyazi ukuthi bayabandakanyeka enkohlakalweni nakhona igameko lezokubulawa kwamanye amalungu. Nekhala ukuthi akwenza kangalutho kwiANC.
siyacela u-ANC yenze ubulungiswa sinabo thina ubulungiswa but siyawucela ukuthi nawo awenze ubulungiswa ngoba ngempela la Mzimkhulu sesihlukene samalungu ka-ANC sekhona u-ANC ohlukene sesihlukene manje phinde ANC simazi eyedwa but manje siyacela ukuthi u-ANC akabe munye inkohlakalo iningi kakhulu phakathi kwalo ANC esinayo bathi ukhona u-ANC wesibini but asiwufuni lo wesibini thina sazi u-ANC owodwa sicela ukuthi kwenzeke ubulungiswa ku-ANC u-ANC abe munye inkohlakalo siyayicela lahleke ecaleni.
Okay, siyabonga kakhulu. All right, there another very angry member of the community who has come out here. In fact, she says that throughout these cases and the initial suspect in Sindiso Magaqa's case, she has always been here at court, but now saying that she needs the ANC to fix itself, she needs the ANC to sort out its problems. They are still persisting here in the area of Mzimkhulu. Particularly, she's saying that she calls on the party to fight corruption because it is in the situation that it is in today with the deaths of some of their members because of the high levels of corruption in the municipality, saying that going forward the ANC is divided here in this region and they want to see a strong united ANC. But as I said, she's just one of the many people that are out here today that are saying that they will wait here until the day ends because they want to ensure that the suspects do not come in and slip into the court, although they have been told, and the police did inform the members of the community, that the suspects will now be appearing here in court tomorrow. We will later on, of course, continue to give you a reaction from Mzimkhulu court. We will also be speaking to close friends of Sindiso Magaqa as well as his family members and his wife's family members. They are here in court. We'll also be speaking to them, of course, on the latest development and what their reaction is to the news that a senior member of the ANC has been arrested in connection with his murder. I'm going to leave it here for now, Blaine, and back to you in studio.
Ayanda Mhlongo live for us in KwaZulu-Natal. Thank you very much indeed for the update. Appreciate your reporting.